There is nothing in the world that is so beautiful that under certain conditions it won't appear ugly. Oscar Wilde. And I found that to be prophetic, and I offer it to you now as I ask you to consider what might seem to be a far-fetched idea. I've been studying the etymology and I'm starting to see inconsistencies, and I wonder if the standard was created to maintain a false sense of identity. I mean, what if the word ugly really meant beautiful? Hold up, pretty people, just bear with me for a moment. The word manufacture used to mean made by hand. That was before the bands of industry made it synonymous with mechanical revolution. The word brave used to mean wicked, crooked, savage, depraved. The brave in the world wasn't a compliment, that was a warning. But that was before the raping and pillaging of Native Americans became regarded as a heroic accomplishment. I mean, what if ugly really meant beautiful? I looked it up. It's older than pretty, gorgeous, is it fair? Take a moment and admire the double entendre I just used. I'll call it subterfuge, not what I just did, but what they're doing to us. The word is older than attractive, alluring, appealing, sexy. They say it used to mean hateful, dreadful, fearful, all. It seems to me that someone was pissed off, no one wanted to conform to their narrow-minded perceptions of appearance. We're not talking about goblins and demons. We're talking about self-determination, self-awareness, and self-confidence. So why don't we all want to be ugly? It's a dastardly trick. They know that we are afraid of homonyms, homophones. You know, words spelled the same and sound the same but have different meanings. Bank, chase, gay, sink, ugly. Pugs, ugly. Knee alone, ugly. I'm just saying. Enthusiasm used to mean possessed by God. Now it means possessed by the demons of materialism and commodity. Have you noticed how the wolves of Wall Street try to put a Red Riding Hood on Obama and turn Mao into Rumpelstiltskin trying to take your first piece of American apple pie, returning working class idealism into self-determination. First King James and now this. And these fairy tales. The ugly duckling who turns into a swan. Hold up, Mr. Hans Christian Andersen, who told the swan it was an ugly duckling in the first place? Fellas, so a long neck, short legs, and broad bill is beautiful on the swan, but on any one of us that damn sure ain't Denzel Washington and Matthew McConaughey. Beauty and the Beast is just a pale illusion who fell for a dude looks like Zach Galifianakis. Little Mermaid is a pale illusion with bad decision-making skills who fell for a dude who can't sell a boot. Where do we learn these things? I'm supposed to trust two shallow Hal brothers named Grimm. Their names are Grimm, but you say they write fairy tales. Sleeping Beauty was in our collective. Snow White had snow white skin, red lips, and dark hair. That's a character on Twilight. Propaganda and marketing has always been a part of political engagement McCarthyism. Authoritarian leaders have used an deception since the beginning of time. Roswell is real. There were no WMDs, and we're still trying to figure out the after effects of Tuskegee. Now you can follow along with the fallacy, but not me. I will no longer conform to the standards created by charlatans. So if you believe, then say it with me. UGLY. I ain't got no alibi. I'm ugly.